Ready for another edition of Page Turning Tuesdays with Tom? I know I am. Here we go. We are in Fair Oaks, California. My parents, my stepdad and my mom are fighting all the time. These were some tough years. I've just been kind of talking about how John really, the bottom line is he doesn't love us, and we're really good kids. It just sucked. Meanwhile, the relationship I have with my real dad can be summed up in two words: pen pals. Although he never forgets a birthday, and we get to open his gift on Christmas Eve, we simply don't see our father enough to develop a deep, meaningful relationship. In his defense, he does have amazing penmanship and is funny on the phone. I love my dad even though I hardly know him at all. When Mom tells me he'll be visiting soon, I'm very excited. The memory of this particular visit is burned into my consciousness and my skin. Dad comes to visit at the peak of summer during a Sacramento heat wave. My father despises hot weather and sweats like he has a glandular disorder. He's late because the twisted overlapping web of Sacramento's freeways boggle his mind. Our reunion is great, though less moving as it was the first time, maybe because it's been so long and I'm older. He gives to each of us a handful of trinkets from his travels. These are odd, unrelated items, pins from Avis letting us know that they try harder, miniature chocolate mints, Air France salt and pepper packets, automobile air fresheners, and eyeglass repair kits from a hotel in Helsinki. We gobble these gifts up while they're being dished out, but later when we look at our loot, we wonder, why in the world did we get so excited? Our mother has no desire to see him or acknowledge his presence. We've been waiting outside in the front house for hours and immediately pile into his rental car. How about the zoo, he asks. We can't think of anything better, so Dad studies the map and we're off. I remind everyone that I will not be entering the petting zoo. It's scorching hot and most of the animals are hiding in the shadows or have already died because of the heat. The rocks in the polar bear cage are painted to look like ice, but are in fact too hot to walk upon. The monkeys are huddled comfortably together under a misting device. They look at us in our misery as if we're on display for them. Sprinkled throughout the zoo are these big, modernistic cement animal sculptures, and Dad wants pictures of us on all of them, apparently for a torture-themed photo album he's been working on. None of us are in the mood to have our pictures taken, and it becomes a study in progressive anger. We're standing and fake smiling in front of the first sculpture. Then he wants us to climb up and mount them. We comply, but will only offer blank expressions to the camera. In the next few photos, we're grimacing as the cement burns its way through our clothes. After that, whilst on top of a cement toad, our expressions convey pure anger. In the last photo, there are real tears in Molly's eyes, and Shelley is flipping off the camera. I still have third-degree scars on my inner thigh from straddling a giant cement bunny. I really don't like zoos at all. The next day with Dad goes better. He takes us shopping for school clothes in an air-conditioned mall. We bring armfuls of clothes to the counter at Penny's to be rung up, but there isn't a clerk in sight. We wait several minutes. Dad calls out in several humorous accents, and still no one comes to our aid. Then he says, I bet if I walk out of here with all these clothes, someone will help us. Follow me. We follow our dad to the store's exit and pause. He calls out for assistance one last time, looks around in all directions, shrugs his shoulders, and exits the store slowly. We follow, our arms heavy with merchandise. Once we're safely into the courtyard and see that no one is following us, we realize our father, and us as well, are first-degree shoplifters. I didn't plan any of this, you see, my father says. It's important for you to know I was just testing the store's security, and they failed. Don't ever do what I did, and please don't tell your mother. We think it's wonderful, and of course we tell our mother. She suggests we return to the mall and pay for everything we stole, but since it was just a suggestion, we didn't really bother doing it. Later in the day, Dad drives us to the Capitol. It finally begins to cool off, and we play in the park while he snaps pictures of us, boosting each other up trees, playing tag, and making daisy change. These are amicable hours and quality time that reconfirms our fatherly love. But then it's over, and he's gone for another couple of years or more. His visit passes like the quickly fading flash of a single photograph. So there are pictures in the book, that really helps kind of tell the story. So, if you want to buy the book, that's okay with me. You don't even need my permission. You're an adult. You know how Amazon works or a website. You can buy them on my website too. But I recorded this book too in my voice, so you don't have to watch this in 5. Just buy the book. Let's just cut it off there. I'm pissed off now. Not really. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next Tuesday on another edition of Page Turning Tuesdays with Tom.